Good afternoon and welcome to Season A, the platform where we speak truth to power. As ever, when you join us, please subscribe to Season A, the platform where we speak truth to power. We're showing you a number of programs covering in various areas. The West African issue in terms of Niger, and of course, back home, the Labour Congress, the petrol, fuels, and all of that stuff, and empty promises by government. We are back there again. At this juncture, I want to impress upon my fellow citizens in Nigeria, specifically, this is a message for you. You need to really wake up and understand that you possess the powers of sovereignty. Powers of sovereignty. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. Is on the screen. The participation by the people in their government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. These are two powers you need to use. The first power is the power of sovereignty. The second power is it gives you the control to exercise the first one. And it tells you the steps you can take to exercise it, which is participation in government, holding them to account, questioning them, calling town hall meetings, and so on and so forth. That's what it really boils down to. Now, you remember I've been talking about the need for the refinery to be fixed. And remember, in the video I did before with President Tinubu, there was no mention of the refineries and what they plan to do for the 4 refineries. Let me see if I can find those the refinery for you, just so to refresh a few. One second. Yes, so as I was saying, just to give you a quick reminder of the 4 refineries, they are, of course, Portharcourt 1, Portharcourt 2, Refinery, Warri, and of course, Cardinal Refinery. From what Rufai was saying, I think it is, if I'm correct. Well, for what he was saying, it is really quite bad that the government is making empty promises on the refinery. Timpoli was saying, Timpolo or Timperi, I think it is, I'm not quite sure, was saying it'll be ready by December, and now they're saying December again. So with that, I don't know how you feel about it. Let's listen.
Of Labour, among other commitments, Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and Trade Union Congress, TUC, yesterday agreed to suspend their nationwide protest and return to the negotiating table with the federal government on measures to cushion the effects of the removal of petrol subsidy on Nigerians. Following President Bola Tinubu's promise to fix the national refineries, they had mentioned that they would suspend the strike the protest that had started yesterday.
You see that? That's Merekiari there. The man has refused to fix the 4 refineries.
Labour suspends protest and extends dialogue. Rufai, your take on this?
Okay, so a couple of things, Ayo. We had a strike. No, not a strike, a protest. So there was no strike. I don't know why we keep misinterpreting both. A protest is to be able to raise concerns about something. There was no shutdown. Banks worked. Other factors of production worked. But it was only Labour members at their installations that were on the streets. What was this for? To press demands. Did they achieve something? I don't think they achieved anything. I think they just achieved empty promises and committees being set up by the Senate.
Exactly.
And only time will tell. In the bid of placating them, they said there was a promise that Portharcourt refinery will work by December 2023. Oh, come kidding me again. In the words of Baba Jasko, oh, jigby. This same Portharcourt refinery that Timipre Sylva, the Minister of Petroleum, said was going to be working by December 2022 is what President Tinubu has told us again will work by December 2020.
Yes. Now, you can see on the screen, I just want to pause there because I wanted to bring up what Rufai was saying there. And it is very, very important to really understand it. Rufai is right. You can see on the screenshot, look at this. Portharcourt refinery to begin operation in December 2022. Yeah? So the 60,000 barrels per day Portharcourt refinery was shut in March 2019 for the first phase of repair works. The Nigerian government on Wednesday, which was September 15, 2022, said the country's biggest refinery will become functional by December. So now, from this December now, December 2022 now, they've now moved it again to December 2023. You see the Sakamaje. We are showing you the Sakamaje. Yes. Tinubu now, in the picture, taking the shot, is promised us the same December 2022 from last year, another year. It's all tricks. It's all tricks. Smoke, cloak, screen, and dagger. It's all fake. We can't trust anything they're saying. I'm giving you the evidence. Please subscribe to Season A, the platform where we speak truth about. I'm giving you the clear evidence. Please share, and share. Let's continue. Let's continue on. I just wanted to just bring that in to show you that Timipre Sylva. It says so here. Timipre Sylva. Yes, Timipre Sylva said they will be ready by December 2022. We're now in August. We are in August. Not ready. Now President Tinubu says he'll be ready by December. We don't hear you. Let's carry on.
Working by December 2022 is what President Tinubu has told us again. We'll work by December 2023.
Mm-hmm. And why is this man? Why is Melekari there? Melekari is supposed to be the man responsible for running this thing. I'm CEO of failed infrastructures, and it's still in place. What the picture, the smile on the face? Melekari should not be smiling. He should be sacked. If they are serious about having a functioning economy, I'm having very little confidence in President Tinubu right now. I'm going to say I have very little confidence because the same lie told by Timipre Sylva will be ready by December 2022. We're now in August 2023, and Tinubu now says December. It's all lies. They're the same people in government. Oh, you see, let me read you what he said here again. The Minister of State, the Nigerian government on Wednesday said the country's biggest refinery will become functional by December 2022. The Minister for State Petroleum Resources, Timipre Sylva, disclosed this while briefing journalists after Federal Executive Council meeting held Wednesday. The 60,000 per day barrel Portharcourt refinery was shut in March 2019 for the first time for the first phase of repair works after government secured the service of Italy MES Tecnimore to handle the scoping and refinery complex, with oil major ANI appointed as technical advisor. You see all of that money. Where's that money gone? Where was that money? How much was earmarked for it by this? Where's that money gone? In 2023, 2021, the Nigerian Military Petroleum Company said repairs had started after the Federal Executive Council approved 1.5 billion for this project. Where's the 1.5 billion? Where's the 1.5 billion? This is Melekari. This is Melekari here. His company, they approved, the government of the day approved 1.5 billion for that project. We should be asking of this question. You see, look, why aren't we asking this question of Melekari? You see in the picture, he says so here. He says, you see, look, I want to highlight that for you. So they've already approved 1.5 billion for this project. So it is behind schedule. Where's that money gone? And what money are they going to use to get it ready by December? How do we know it's going to happen by December? Can you see that it's not adding up? It is not adding up. President Tinubu, it is not adding up. It is not adding up. And also there is something I want to bring to your attention, President Tinubu. In your broadcast, you said, if I can find it, 1 second. Let's play this for a bit. So you can see now there are questions. So 1.5 billion approved for fixing the Portharcourt refinery. How much has been spent? What's left? How do we know this will be meet in time ready for December 2022? How do we know? Okay.
What's going on here? What kind of country have we built? That is the cornerstone.
Melekari is smiling away here. He's smiling away at the destruction of refineries that should be improving, creating jobs for millions of people. That's what he's responsible for. And he's smiling as none of these refineries are working. And look at the smile on his face. None of the refineries are working. And yet, President Tinubu, look at this. I want you to, those of you who are watching, please, show President Tinubu this. None of the refineries are working. I'm going to take that as a picture, and I'm going to try and do something with it later. Look, we need to really be very, very clear about this. A game is being played here. President Tinubu may be well-meaning, but that man there, he's overseen. He's got for the Portharcourt refinery, I don't know, 1 or 2. There is 1.5 billion. What has that money been spent on? How much has been spent so far? Why wasn't it on time? Why aren't anybody questioning this? Why aren't we questioning this? As citizens, you have the power to question. This is what I'm saying. You have the right now to question President Tinubu. You can question President Tinubu here. Because why? Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. You have the power, you have the authority, you can hold them to account. And how you hold them to account is through active participation in your governance. The participation by the people in the government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. All of these are in here. We have the powers. It is time to stand together collectively in all our local government areas or constituencies, as the case may be. It is better to use the local government area and begin to demand that those refineries be fixed right now. 4 weeks. Don't allow December. Give him 4-week period. 4 weeks. I said that yesterday in my broadcast. Let me show you what I mean. I showed you. I'll go back again. I'll get that off for you. Oh, this is so disheartening. This is so disheartening. But I'm gonna let me just get this out. I'm so disheartened by what I'm seeing. I'm so disheartened. This is all a game now. For me, it's clear. If Timipre Sylva says he'll be ready in December last year, now President Tinubu says he'll be ready in December this year. Is it not the same lie? Like Rufai is saying. Right. Let me just check this for you quickly, please. Oh, I am so disappointed. So disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I am terribly, terribly, terribly disappointed in what President Tinubu is doing here. I'm not at all confident. It leaves me really with a bad taste in my mouth. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say that lightly at all. Now let me show you what I mean now. So one second, please. Give me one sec. To show you that we do extensive research here. We told you December that they were going to fix that. They said Timipre Sylva said, according to Oseni as well, and I've got the picture of the video, the newspaper proof out to prove it to you. He said December. Now Tinubu saying, oh, December last year. Now it's December this year. That's 1 year, another 1 year on top. It's all lies. Listen, don't wait for that. You have the powers. There's powers of sovereignty. You can mandate the government. You organize a town hall meeting in your local government area, all several local government areas, where the state has the local government chairman, state house of assembly members, house of reps, and senators must attend. They must attend, and at that place, we need to instruct our representatives, state house of assembly members, state house of assembly members, and national assembly members to go and pass a law to mandate the federal government of Nigeria to fix those 4 refineries in 4 weeks. No ifs, no buts. It is doable if they want to do it. This is all a game. It is doable, but they are using it as a milking machine, and that's the reality. So we are putting it up here for you to see. We did it yesterday. Instruct your elected representatives to pass laws to compel the federal government to fix the 4 refineries in 4 weeks. We can do it. We have the powers. Don't wait around. They are making excuses. So when they talk about December, that's why I understand why Rufai is upset. I understand him.
Just like they told us.
You see?
They bought shares. Dangote refinery is going to kick off by August.
There you go.
The first products are going to come out.
There you go.
Where is the product today?
You see? It's all lies.
You see,
It's
it's
all
not
lies.
that people do not want to believe in government, but government gives the people less reasons every
believe
day
in them.
to believe in them.
Exactly. Rufai, you're right.
At first, the government of the APC, when we started in 2015, said they were going to build up refineries, do turnaround maintenance. In over 8 years, that has not worked. That apart. Secondly, all the demands by labor, a lot of them were not met.
Yep.
I should probably think labor is just doing it to give the government the benefit of doubt so that they can sit on the table again.
There you go.
But is anything concrete going to come out? It remains to be seen. Let me put that caveat out there.
Nothing's going to come out. Nothing's going to
But
come
we
out.
can't keep doing this to ourselves. What is the rocket science in making refineries work?
Thank you.
If not for corruption. And that's
What is the rocket science in making refineries work? Rufai Oseni. It says it all. What is the rocket science in making refineries work? What? We are suffering. And I'm showing you, as a citizen, your sovereignty, your powers. Those powers will not, you won't find those powers in any Bible or any Quran, only in this fraudulent constitution that you can use right now to hold them to account. I suggest we all gather together in our local government areas. Call for a town hall meeting. Call your state house of assembly, local government chairman, state house of assembly members, house of reps, senators to those meetings. At that meeting, you instruct them to pass laws to compel the federal government to fix those four refineries within 4 weeks. No ifs, no buts. The 4 refineries you see here: Portharcourt Refinery 1, Warri Refinery, Kaduna Refinery, Portharcourt Refinery. No ifs, no buts. No buts. Let's listen on.
when President Tinubu set up a special investigator to investigate the CBN, I think they should also do that to the NNPC.
There you go. Exactly.
I think he should extend the
Exactly.
Jimabazi's function mandate also to the NNPC.
But
There
they
are a
won't
lot
do
of
it.
things that are going on there that they are not telling us.
Exactly. I've been saying it. We need to Melekiari.
For us to build a country, we must build it with integrity.
Thank you.
The reason why Nigerians find it difficult to believe government, because government has not given us the chance to believe them.
Indeed.
It's just deadline promises here and there.
Empty
And like
promises.
I said, I support President Tinubu on his raft of measures to bring in palliatives.
Yes.
But if he doesn't get the implementation
Listen,
right, then will be
It's
problems.
pointless.
And
It's
vis-a-vis,
pointless.
we are talking about all of this.
Pointless.
Then the president sends in 47 names,
Yeah.
ministerial names. We are saying we want to cut cost of government. You are increasing the number of ministers. What is really going on here? We are saying something in one stead, we are negating it in another stead.
Yeah. Yeah.
The problem is a revenue problem. That's why we have debts. We don't have enough revenue. That's why we can't show up the defense even against our currency that is constantly being assaulted by global forces. And at the
And
same time,
ourselves.
we're increasing cost of governance. Ralph Waldo Emerson says something. He says, what you do speaks so loud I can't hear what you say. I rest my case, Ayo.
There you go.
Yesterday, Labour went out
listen on.
in protest.
Let's
In
listen.
some parts of the country, it was a strike. In some parts of the country, it was a protest. And the protest took place in quite a number of states: Kogi, Ondo, Ogun, Edo,
It's all
Lagos,
orchestrated.
Federal Capital Territory, assuming various shapes. And they are threatened that the protest or the strike will be indefinite and total. It wasn't total, but at least we saw, labor, organized labor, mobilizing its various affiliates and branches and making statements, in the media. But by the end of yesterday, Labour met with, President Tinubu. By the time Joe Ajero addressed the press at the villa yesterday, he said, organized labor will hold a meeting on Thursday, and that they will then decide on whether to call off the strike or not. Well, as it happened, by this morning, Festus Osifo had already said this
Look at that.
action had been suspended. Now, what Joe Ajero said was that the meeting with the president was fruitful and productive. Now, what exactly is fruitful?
I'm holding it there because I want to keep reminding us all. until we collectively exercise the powers you see on the screen, which I'm going to read to you again and again and again and again and again and again and again. We'll continue reading it and encouraging us to collectively take action from one local government to the next. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. 14.2a. 14.2c. The participation by the people in the government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. Now, it doesn't matter what Labour government is doing. It doesn't matter what the government is doing. What matters is what we, the sovereigns, are doing. That's what matters. We're just pointing out the flaws in the lies and exposing the lies that in the statement made by those in government. The last government, the current government, they're the same APC, and they are. And we need to expose those lies. And that we are hoping that will prompt you to collectively take action right now in your local government area as sovereigns. As sovereigns. Let's carry on.
And productive. He said they were able to get commitments from the president. Yeah. What are those commitments? He didn't spell them out. But what we know, what is clear there, is that the president has assured them that the Portharcourt refinery will be fixed.
By December.
Now, this Portharcourt refinery has a long history. In 2021,
listen.
NNPC, and the federal government had set aside $1.5 billion.
There you go.
For the rehabilitation of that particular
I'm
refinery.
showing you so that they're speaking
1.5 billion since 2021. Now, in September 2022, Timipre Sylva, who was Minister of State for Petroleum Resources then, said, by December 2022, the refinery will be ready.
There you go.
Now, in March 2023, the same former Minister of State for Petroleum Resources came forward and said, don't worry, by the second quarter of 2023, the Portharcourt refinery in particular will be ready.
You see now.
And now is that same refinery that President Tinubu is telling us will be ready in December
2022.
Now, what exactly is
going on?
There are experts in the industry who say that, look, the refineries, Portharcourt, Warri, Kaduna, cannot even be rehabilitated and they should be sold for scrap. And that they constitute a drain. But organized labor is optimistic. That's why they keep saying, if you can fix the refineries, then of course maybe you'll be able to reduce the cost of importation. Even if there's still a gap, a supply gap, but at least it won't be that you are using foreign exchange to import finished product. Well, what is the guarantee that as we go close to December, the federal government of Nigeria will not again say, wait till second half of 2024, these refineries will be ready. Everything is always in the pipeline. So what guarantees? What guarantees, the trust that government requires? Indeed. That's one leg of it. The second leg of it, it is skepticism about organized labor. The organized labor never sees protest through. They will come up, at least since about 2003, they will declare a strike, and then government will talk to them. And then they will say, government has given us concrete commitments. And they will call off the strike, and then that will be the end of it.
There you go.
It happened in 2003. It happened in 2018. It happened in 2020. Twice this year. In March 2003, and now March 2023, and now, June 2023. You have had, the organized labor in Nigeria just doing body language. At the end of the day, government has its way. However, the protest that has been put on the table by the organized labor and also by individuals, or civil servants, either in Oyo State, Ibadan, at the Agodi Secretariat, or in Jalingo, Taraba State, or in Yola, Adamawa, should serve as a concrete reminder to government that Nigerians are in pains. Many of them who came out yesterday, all they kept saying was, let us breathe, let us breathe. So government has an obligation to move very fast with those palliatives, interventions, some government spokespersons call it.
My people, I need you all to really understand something. Now, it's not about what the government is doing anymore, because now it is obvious, it should be obvious now that we cannot rely on the government. We need to take proactive action ourselves, collective proactive action. We need to become active participants in our governance on a daily basis. They keep lying to us. I told you about what they've done in the monthly allocation. The amount that they paid for February is only just being shown in the statement in July. So March, April, May, June, July. 5 months after they made the payments to all local government areas, the local governments transferred the money to the state, and the states now split, give shares to people, certain people in the local government, without it fixing the roads on the infrastructure you need. You need to begin to actively participate in your governance on a monthly basis, and on a weekly basis, daily basis. On a daily basis, you have to be watching them. Your role in government is to monitor the actions of the government. Without you doing that, the government will continue to loot the funds meant for your infrastructures, such as you've seen. 1.5 billion meant for the refinery. That money will go. They will not fix that. But I can guarantee you by December, that refinery will not be done. I guarantee you. When it comes to December, they say, oh, we'll do it in spring and in summer. And they'll keep just prolonging it. It's all a lie. You're a sovereign. Begin to take collective action from one local government area to the next. Let us begin now. No more excuses. We're not protesting. We are using the powers of sovereign to compel our government to fix the infrastructure that we need, because we are collectively sovereigns. Let's get to work. Let's carry on.
You know, the people would like to see a difference because the pain is much. Or what is that funny phrase that other man they were screening for ministerial appointment used? The pain is much. It's much. But Nigerians want respite, and I hope that the various state governments will also move quickly, because it's not just the federal government. So they don't find themselves in the kind of situation in which Seyi Makinde of Oyo State found themselves, with civil servants protesting on Monday and on Wednesday, whereas he could just have copied the template from maybe neighboring Ogun State and run with it. After all, Oyo State also got a lot of money from June FAC allocation.
You see what I mean?
All right, NLC suspended.
Now, on the June FACAS allocation, let us show you what that means. I'm going to show you. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Speaking about the monthly allocation, I know a thing or two about that, and I've done programs about that. We're not even going. The thing that is really annoying is that when you go into the Federal Accounts Allocation Committee, you know, and you try to look at breakdown of the figures. Let us go and do something quickly here. I just want to, really, emphasize that point. So we'll come back to this. Let me just quickly show you. Again, many of you know how to do that now, and that you've been following us. National Bureau of Statistics. So let's go there. National Bureau of Statistics. Yeah. Yeah. Now, National Bureau of Statistics. Okay, now. So let's go in there so you can see, how that works. So I'm going on the blue one. I want to see the latest figures. That's why I'm doing this. So we're going to go up here. Let me make it smaller again. You won't be able to see it, but I'm going to try and... Yeah, now we're going to go here. Okay, disclaimer and all that. That's fine. It's live. So go back in here. Type in FAAC. Sorry. Here we go. FAAC. I'm just trying to show you we need to take collective action. This is no longer about waiting for anybody anymore now. You see, unless you begin to use these powers, and I'm telling you over and over and over, we need to take collective action. It is no longer waiting for anybody. Look, I told you that they got paid they paid the February allocation. The February allocation 2023 was only, the statement was only made available in July. And that's what you see. See, February disbursement, February 2023, only in July. So March, April, May, June, July, 5 months after. That is enough room for them to split the money among themselves. Without you taking active participation in your governance and begin to question them, the money for February, why did it take 5 months? The next one in March, the one for March must not take 5 months. As soon as it's released in July now, we want to see those funds. We don't want to see it. I mean, that's what you need to start doing. As soon as it's released, we want to see it. They are playing again 5 months. Because we are not participating in our governance, they've programmed us. Now we are deprogramming you. Wake up. exercise your powers. You are a sovereign. You are a sovereign. They say so. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. Section 14.2a, 14.2c. The participation by the people in the government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. You need to use those powers, and you have those powers to mandate the government to release to you the same time the local government and the states are being paid that money. They release it to on the Federal Account Allocation Committee, so that you can see those figures and begin to monitor it. Our role is to monitor them. Without taking that role on effectively and doing it collectively on a daily basis, we will continue to suffer. Whatever they do, they will just make excuses. They will keep pushing it forward. We need to put a stop to it, and we have the powers. The question is, are you ready to join us in this struggle? Are you ready to join and play your part and be able to ensure that your local community benefits from the resources and the funding for infrastructure, and monitor it, and making sure that those funds, it is your role to monitor and question and hold your governors to account. But we are not doing that. We need you to get used to doing that on a regular basis, on a daily basis. So let me go into this one here. He talked about federal account. Let's go and look at what they paid for them in Oyo, just as a whole. Just want to give you, because he talked about it there. Let me go in here. Let's go there. So go here. So you know what it is. Download tables. Go into that one. We'll go for this February. So we bring it up. So we're bringing that up now. You see come up. Hopefully in the shot, it won't be too long. You should see come up. I want you to just see quickly. We're going to go for Oyo, just because he mentioned Oyo State. So we not just need to see it. So here we go. So we're going to see Oyo State. We will see the figures for the state and the federal. So let's go into state government, state and local government. State. So we're going to go to Oyo. So let's see what was paid for Oyo. So we're going to quickly just go. So that's Oyo right there. Let me see if I can move it up so that I can see it. I don't want any intervention when I'm doing. So that's Oyo State here. So let's go down across. So you'll be able to see how much they paid to Oyo State. In Oyo State, they got 5 billion. 5,902,970. 5,902 million. Yeah, 5,902,970,769 naira and 80 kobo. So they got 5 trillion. Just to look the state alone. Now look at government areas. The amount that they got. I'm just trying to show you quickly. We go for Oyo. Let's go and look at Oyo State. I don't want to go to. I won't pick one particular one. I'm just trying to show you what we can do. We're gonna go to Oyo State now. Yeah, Oyo. So this is Oyo State. So we're gonna go quickly to Oyo, to the bottom of Oyo State. There are over the 33 local government areas there. But I want you I'm drawing your attention to what they were paid in Oyo State. In 33 local government areas, they got 7 billion, 136,427,376 naira and 58 kobo. So these are funds. Without you, unless we begin to collectively participate in our governance using the powers I'm showing you on the screen, we will continue to suffer. So we really need to get up, begin to follow, take collective action. Let's join hands. If you want to if you are interested, my number is on there. 4473 sorry, it will come up in a minute. You see 7300 562 7300. So 7300 365 and then you see come up 60, I believe it's 2. So 447 365 602. Leave a message. Let us know if you're in your local government. You need to participate in your governance. That's the only way this will stop. I've just shown you the figures. 7 billion naira. Yeah, and those funds, they are taken away, and nobody's being held accountable because we are not exercising our powers of sovereignty, which, as I've stated many times, you have. You need to begin to use that. No ifs, no buts. You must. So anyway, let's we will pull back. Let's continue to what I just wanted to just show you that the figures. Let's go on.
In protest, suspending strike, whichever word is being used. The presidency was one of the first to joyfully announce the fact that having negotiated, they'd come to some form of agreement, and so protests will be suspended. Recall that the presidency had at several times encouraged and urged the organized labor to not embark on the strike. Same with the House of Reps, a few other key stakeholders.
Right now, your focus is not even about what I'm going to end the. I'm not even going to play anymore because it's a waste of time. Because what needs to happen is what I'm showing you on the screen, and I hope you will take cognizance of what we're saying here and begin to collectively take action. You see the power, the powers I'm showing you, the powers of sovereignty that you possess. It is time to use it. No ifs, no buts. Gather yourselves collectively together in each of your local government area. Your collection, all of you starting to collectively together, you are sovereigns, and you have powers such as the power to hold your governors to account, demand where they spend the money, why the roads weren't fixed, demand you can instruct them where you want the money to be spent, but you can also monitor why the funds are not being. Why is it that the funds come in first and it takes 5 months for the statement to be released to you? Because that is a room for corruption. But as a sovereign, you can question them. That's what we're saying. That's why it says sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. You're a sovereign. Collectively, let us begin to demonstrate and exercise that power. If we wait for them, whatever they will make promises and they will simply not fulfill it. But it's only when we begin to hold them to account that they will know that they can't do it. Our role as citizens is to actively participate in our governance on a daily basis, using the powers within the Constitution, Section 14(2)(c). The participation by the people in the government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this Constitution. We need to use those powers. We have the right to question them. You said this. Why was the refinery not ready? Where's the funds? Where's the money for our road? Roads are bad. We got this amount. How much did you get last month? Now we want you to use this funds to fix our road, and you can begin to monitor them. This is something we need to do in all our community on a daily basis. To be honest, I don't want to play anymore, because to just play this, we're just going to be talking and it's not really. I want us to know that we need to take collective effective action, which is on a daily basis monitoring the actions of the government, holding them to account, using the powers of sovereignty to ensure that our governance comply with the rule of law, because our voices will be heard. And this needs to happen in all 774 local government areas. I'm not going to play any more of this video because it's just the same discussion. What we need is for you to actively, the game changer is the day everyone in all local government areas begin to question those they elect into office, because you are their sovereign. You are the sovereign above those who are servants, effectively serving you. You are a sovereign, and they need to answer your questions collectively. Let us begin to take this collective action. I'm not going to play any more of that now. I want to thank you for watching. Please take a screenshot of what you see on the screen here. I cannot overemphasize how important it is for us now. The most important thing is our actions collectively, from one community to the next, beginning to hold our governors to account, question them, demand that they fix things based on the fact, knowing fully well that we are the sovereigns. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, you and I, from whom the government, through this constitution, the fraudulent constitution, derives all its powers and authority. They get power to govern us from us, and we call on those powers to hold them to account, and they must answer us. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Season Why, the platform where we speak to power. We're going to bring this to an end here. I could play the whole thing and just talk. It's really important that now it is the actions of the citizens that count. Unless we take collective action, nothing's going to change. And I would just suggest we rapidly begin to do that. The pain will continue to get worse, and we need to put a stop to it. So, with that said, I want to thank you for watching. You have, of course, been watching Citizen Why, the platform where we speak truth to power. Let me just get this right. So, 1 minute. Oops, something's happened here. I can't quite do what I need to do. So 1 minute. Okay. Let's have a look at this. I don't know what's going on there, but we will sort it out. Okay, got it now. Yeah, okay, good. 1 second. Just want to make sure we got it on as it should be. Okay, so now, subscribe to Season Y, hit the notification button, and of course give us a thumbs up. Help us reach more people. One more time, I'd like you to do what? Go ahead and subscribe to Season Y, hit the notification button, and of course give us a thumbs up. And of course, what I'd like you to do finally is to keep it locked on. Thank you and bye for now.